What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. My God, are there levels to this? All right, guys, so listen up. So I've been, for the longest time, just trying to figure out what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, and saying that they're not going to have exclusives, and saying that you're going to be able to play their games on the Xbox One, and you're going to be able to play their games on the PC. And I got to give credit where credit is due. A lot of people in my comment section have been telling me, hey, Doc, listen, Microsoft wants you in their ecosystem. Microsoft just wants more gamers to play their games, all this other stuff. And I didn't understand it until now. And what Microsoft is doing is genius. I think it's worth a try, and I think it's genius. Now I hope that I have Sony fans watching this, because this does not threaten the PS5 at all. And I hope I have Microsoft fans watching this, but understand that when I explain this, it might not go the way you might want it to go, but it's still a good look for Microsoft. Okay, let's start at the beginning. So a few months back, Microsoft came out and said that they didn't see Sony and they didn't see Nintendo as their competition. I made a video about it. I thought it was extremely disrespectful. How are you not going to see Sony, the company that just destroyed you this generation, as your competition? How are you not going to see Nintendo, the other company that just dropped the Nintendo Switch and sold on nearly as much, if not more, than your Xbox One, and they came out way later with it? How are you going to say those two companies aren't your competition? And then what really drove me crazy was when they said that they see Amazon and they see Google as their competition. Now, at the time, in my mind, the only thing I could think of was Google Stadia. And I even said in the video, I don't even know if Amazon has like a gaming platform that's coming out or anything like that. But man, did I fail to see the bigger picture. I'm going to try to explain this to you as best I can, and I hope I can relay this message, and hopefully you can see how genius this is, especially if it works. Okay? All right. So when Microsoft said that they're not in competition with the PS5 with Sony and Nintendo, and they were in competition with Google and Amazon, this is what I failed to see. And if you fail to see, I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay? Nintendo and Sony, okay, are hardware based companies. Okay? When you think of Sony, you think of hardware. You think of TVs, DVD players, PS5, phones, right? So hardware. When you think of Nintendo, same thing. You think of hardware, right? When you think of Google and when you think of Amazon, the first thing that pops into your mind is not hardware. It's services. Listen to what I'm saying. It's services. Now, Google does have hardware, right? So you got the Google Chromecast, obviously you got the Google Stadia, you have Google Homes, you have Google Phones, right? So Google does have hardware. Same thing as Amazon. Amazon has Kindles, they have Amazon TVs, they got the Fire Sticks, right? So they have hardware. However, we all know them for their services. So when Microsoft said they're not competing with Sony, they're not competing with Nintendo, they see themselves in competition with Amazon and Google. What they're saying is they're trying to become a service. A gaming service at that. And this is where, now that I see all this, it's genius. Because what Microsoft does not care how many Xbox Series X they sell. They don't care how many Xbox Series S they sell. All they care about is how many gamers they can get to play on their platform. And when I thought about platform, I always thought of the hardware. But no, the platform is the service. So again, genius. Genius. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. For the first year, the Xbox Series X is not going to have exclusives. They said it. Any game that comes out on the Xbox Series X, you're going to be able to play on an old Xbox. What that means is that if you're sitting at home and you don't have any Xbox at all, but you see a game that's enticing to you, it costs you nothing to go buy a used Xbox One S, buy one from Walmart, buy one from Target, get one online. It costs you nothing. Once you purchase that system, whether you want to or not, you are now part of the Microsoft ecosystem. That is genius. That is genius. If you want to play Microsoft games, listen how smart this is. At the best possible quality, okay? You can either do it on your already powerful PC. Now you're part of their ecosystem, okay? Or you could go ahead and pay the money to get the Xbox Series X, which is the more powerful, right, Xbox. Or you could go ahead and get the Xbox Series S, which is less powerful, but you can still play the game. It's equivalent to those of us that have a Fire Stick TV and a Fire Stick 4K. Look, me and you are still going to watch movies. You may be able to watch it at 4K. I may not. But we're still part of that system. Now listen to the genius of this, okay? This allows the PS5 to coexist with Xbox because they're not competing. Maybe Microsoft realized that they couldn't compete. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they realized that Sony had just too many good exclusives, or maybe they just saw the way everything is going as far as services, because services are what sell, and they wanted to jump on it. They wanted to be the official gaming service. And man, I think they're going to be able to do it. Now that I think about it, I think they're going to be able to do it. They're going to be able to reach so many more gamers. Look, right now, at this very moment, I have 2 systems that I'm already going to be able to play next gen games via Microsoft. Right now, today, I have 2 systems that I'm going to be able to play next gen games via Microsoft. So that means that if NBA, let's do NBA, the new NBA 2K21 or whatever, right, comes out, right, and I want to be able to, in the future, maybe play it on the Xbox Series X, I'm going to get it on the Microsoft Store because I know that I could play it on my Xbox One S, I could play it on my PC, and if I want to get an Xbox Series X, I could play it on that as well. However, if I was to buy that same game on the PS5, I can only play it on the PS5. I would have to also get a PS5. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to play next gen games on the PS5, there is no other options but to get a PS5. Hope I'm explaining that right. Microsoft is giving you the service so that you can use on different platforms. And man, that is genius. What they're telling their true diehard Xbox fans is don't be in love with Xbox. Xbox is not a hardware anymore. It's not. Xbox is a service that you can get on PC, that you can get on the Xbox One S, that you can get on the Xbox One X, that you're going to be able to get on the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Series X. Who else? And again, it's just like Amazon and Google. Look, Amazon has a video service, right? Amazon Prime Video. You can watch Amazon Prime Video on a Fire Stick, which is Amazon's property, right? Or you can watch it on a PS4. You can watch it on an Xbox. You can watch it on your phone. So what Amazon does by allowing you to do that, it allows more people to access their service. Subscription, more money, Amazon's winning. Apple Music is on Android. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Apple Music is on Android as well. Do you know why? Because when Apple puts Apple Music on Android, it lets them touch more music consumers. It's it's genius. So now that I see what Microsoft is doing, wow, I think that's smart. I think that they gotta be careful with their pricing though. Because it's gonna be a brand new service, as far as paying for a subscription for games and stuff, you gotta be careful. I was talking to somebody at work about this. Some of us hardcore gamers, I consider myself a casual, I don't consider myself a hardcore gamer, but some of us gamers typically stick to a game for a while. Like, you got your people that play Call of Duty, that's all they play. You got your people that play Destiny, that's all they play. You got your people that play Fortnite, that's all they play. So someone that plays like that, a subscription might not make sense to them because they already have the game that they want. So why would they just keep paying monthly, right? But if the value is there and the price is right, it's going to work. What Xbox is going to give you with the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series X is a way to play their games if you don't already have a way to play it. And that, my friend, is genius. And then I was thinking about, well, what happens after that 1 year when they start making exclusives? Then what? Are they going to cut off the exclusives? Yeah, that's smart. You cut off the exclusives. So the person that was able to hold out on the with the Xbox One S, let's say I hold out and I stick to my Xbox One S for that entire year and a half, whatever it is, until finally a game comes out that I have to get a new Xbox. I have to get the new Xbox to play it. Now I'm willing to go to the store and purchase that new Xbox, which is sitting on the shelves, been sitting on the shelves for about a year, right? A year and a half, depending on how long they do it. So that means the price must drop. Oh my God, it's genius. Now you got me. So if you don't get me now to purchase your Xbox, you'll get me within a year and a half. That is, I don't know how I didn't understand this. That's genius. That's genius. Look, here's the truth. It's already working, okay? It's already working. If you have Google, or if you're watching this on YouTube, Google is a service. You have a Gmail account. More than likely, you have Gmail account, right? To watch things on YouTube. They got you in the ecosystem. You know how Google ties everything together. When you log into stuff and everything, do you want to log in with Google? Ties everything together. Don't be surprised if in a few years that's what Microsoft becomes. Don't be surprised if in a few years you start seeing Microsoft services on Sony platform. Not saying that they're going to get rid of the hardware. Not saying, because that's just another way for you to go ahead and use their services. But man, oh man, oh man, it is genius. So for all you Sony fans and Sony lovers, hear me out. This next generation, Microsoft is trying to get your attention. If you're a pure Sony fan, Microsoft is trying to get your attention. But they're doing it in a smart way. They don't want you to abandon Sony. You don't need to abandon Sony. You can keep Sony. All they're saying is like, hey, this game is going to come out for the Xbox line. You could go ahead and maybe this is the time to buy yourself an Xbox One X. Maybe this is the time to buy yourself an Xbox One S. So you could play this one game that might really entice you. And you say, you know what, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. You go ahead, you buy the Xbox One S, you create the Microsoft account. They ask you if you want to get Game Pass. You say no right now because you're a Sony fan. But now you have an Xbox in your house. Then later on down the road, you see another one. Another game that you might want to get. But now this game you can't play on the Xbox One S. You got to get it on the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S. Xbox Series S is only $200. I really like this game. I'll go ahead and get it. Now you're in the ecosystem. If you have a good gaming PC, they're not worried about you buying their system. They're not, because they know you're going to prefer to play the game on your PC. So hey, buy the game on PC. Halo's on PC. Gears of War's on PC. Play it on your PC. Uncapped frame rates. Go ahead, play it. Play it on your high monitors. On your high resolution monitors. Go ahead, play it. But you're playing a Microsoft game on many different platforms. Man, oh man, oh man, if this is not smart, I don't know what it is. I think their biggest challenge is going to be pricing. Pricing is going to be the biggest challenge. Pricing is going to be the biggest challenge. So this next generation, it might make sense to have your PS5 and listen to this, and Xbox under your TV. The PS5 and an Xbox under your TV. They're playing the long shot, and if that's not genius, I don't know what is. For all of you that have left comments in my comment section before, trying to explain the same thing that I just explained in a few characters, I'm sorry I didn't get it. I get it now. I appreciate it. If you are confused about what I'm saying, I'm not explaining it right, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know if you see things a little bit different. I'm telling you right now, Xbox doesn't really care about the hardware sales. They really don't. In the long run, they really don't. They don't. The Xbox Series X is a powerful machine for those of you that don't already have a powerful PC and don't feel like spending money or time on building a PC. Microsoft's gonna be like, here you go, here's a little powerful PC you can use to play our game. There it is. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is genius. Microsoft is not competing with Sony. They're not competing with Nintendo. They're competing with Google and Amazon, meaning they're trying to be a service. So that means that the console war is no such thing. There's levels to this, and Microsoft is looking at this thing from a different level. I don't know what this means for Sony. I think as long as Sony still has great exclusive games, they're going to be all right. But Sony might become another box that plays Xbox games if this thing goes the way as Microsoft wants it to go. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.